Hey guys, it's Thursday, April 2nd. It's our second review day for Chapter 8. The Chapter 8 test is tomorrow, April 3rd. So let's keep getting ready for that test. This is the warm-up, so it says find the area of the figure. These are both composite shapes. You've seen both of these shapes before in previous lessons, so feel free to look back, try again, see if you can do them. Pause the video, practice, and I'll be back to review. Here we go, number one. Number one is a rectangle attached to a triangle. So I'm going to find the area of the rectangle and the triangle and then add them together. The area of a rectangle is length times width. 9 times 7 is 63. So the area of this rectangle right here is 63. Then the area of the triangle is A equals 1/2 base times height. Half of 6 is 3, and 3 times 9 is 27. Now that I have all of my parts, I can add up the parts together. 90 meters squared. Now as I'm looking at this next one, number 2, it looks like 2 circles, right? There's 4 semicircles, which make 2 whole circles, and the center square. The center square's area is 2 by 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. Then the area of the circle, which is pi r squared, and there are 2 of them. They gave us the diameter, so be really careful on tomorrow's test. If they give you the diameter and they ask you to find the area, you need to have the radius. The radius of the circle is 1. 1 squared is 1. And 1 times 3.14, which the instructions will say to use 3.14 for pi, is 3.14. Now there are 2 circles here, so we need 2 areas of 3.14, which is 6.28. And I need to add back in my square, so that is plus 4. Make sure you line up the decimal or use a calculator there. And the total is going to be 10.28 square feet. Alright, just like we would on any other review for a test or quiz day, we're going to go through the Chapter 8 test, which is in the textbook. It's the very last page of the chapter. It's got the red border around it. So here we go. This is the top of the page. It says find the radius of a circle with the given diameter. So if the diameter is 10, the radius is 5. If the diameter is 5, then the radius is half of that, 2.5. Look at number 3. It says find the diameter of the circle with the given radius. So if they give us the radius and they want diameter, we need to double it. You can either multiply or just add another one. 68. Same thing here. They gave us the radius. They want diameter. So that's 38. Let's keep going. These questions are combining 2 sections. The instructions say find the circumference and the area of the circle. Use 3.14 for pi. So 8.1 is circumference and 8.3 is area, and these are the sections combined together. The test is going to be very similar to this, where they're going to give you the same, I'm going to give you the same circle and ask you to find the circumference and also the area. So find the circumference. C is equal to pi d. I'll give you the formula, I promise. Substitute in the diameter, which they gave us in this case, and estimate that value of pi. 3.14 times 4 is 12.6. Also the area. Area is equal to pi r squared. They gave us the diameter here, and we need the radius. So the radius is 2. I'm going to evaluate those exponents and estimate the value of pi. Oh, and isn't that interesting? The circumference and the area are both the same on this circle. So pause the video, practice 6 and 7, and then I'll be back. All right, let's review number 6. Remember, they need both circumference and area. So here we go. Circumference is pi d. Substitute in the diameter. They gave us the radius, and we need the diameter, the whole distance across, which is 2. So substitute, and then evaluate this 3.14 times 2, which is 6.28 meters. Next is area. A equals pi r squared. Substitute in that value of r, which is 1. Evaluate exponents. 1 squared is still 1, and 1 times pi, or 3.14, is 3.14 meters squared. Let's keep going. Circumference is pi d. Now, of course, the order doesn't really matter here. You could do the circumference of the area first. Circumference is pi d. They gave us the diameter is 70, and 70 times 3.14 is 219.8 inches. Next is area. Area is pi r squared. We have to have r. They gave us the diameter. The diameter is 70, then the radius is 35. I'm going to evaluate my exponents. 35 times 35 is 1,225. And then approximate the value of pi at 3.14. Approximately 3,846.5 inches squared. You can see how I show work. The showing work is still important, even though I'm not there to grade it for you and to make sure that you're doing it. We still show work in this way to keep ourselves organized and to make sure that if we make a mistake, we can catch it and fix it before you submit it on the test tomorrow. Let's keep going. Let's look at number 9. It says find the perimeter and the area of the figure. And the test is going to look very similar to this, where I'm going to give you the same image, and I'm going to ask you to find the perimeter and also the area. So try number 9, do the perimeter and the area. Go back and look through the notes. Try number 9, and then we will go over it together. All right, here we go. Let's do the perimeter. The perimeter is when you add up all the sides. And you're going to want to highlight or draw or color or do something all the way around the figure to make sure that you're accounting for every single side. The number 1 mistake on Chapter 8 quiz was that not every side was accounted for. So here we go. There's a 5. You can make a list too. So 5, 5, 4, then the long side is 8, then this last side right here is 4 again because it's a rectangle, and you're going to add up all the sides together. You're going to ask yourself, did I trace around the entire figure? Did I do all the parts? These lines inside are not part of perimeter. All right, now you're just going to add up all the pieces. 5 and 5 is 10, 4 and 4 is 8, and then we got that extra 8. 8 and 8 is 16, and 10 plus 16 is 26 meters. Of course, you will have a calculator. You'll have a calculator for the rest of the year, right? Because no one will be there to tell you not to. But that's all right. I think using a calculator and learning how to use that as a tool is a really great strategy, and it's worth learning. So let's keep going. We did the perimeter. This is the perimeter. That might be helpful to label. Now we're going to do the area. Area of composite figures is to divide that shape into parts, find that area of each part, and then add the parts together. So for the perimeter, you may have noticed that we didn't actually ever use this 3. And that's true because it isn't part of perimeter. It's not around the outside. But it's labeled on the figure because we need it for area. Now there are some numbers on the figure that we don't need for area. Like we don't need this one and we don't need this one to find the area. We needed it for perimeter, but we don't need it now. So there's 2 parts. We've got the rectangular part and we've got the triangle part on top. The rectangle's area is length times width, or 8 times 4, which is 32. And the triangle's area, which is 1/2 base times height. The base is 8. The height is 3. Half of 8 is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. Now that I have the parts, I'm going to add the parts together, and I'll get 44 square meters. You should expect to see questions like this on the test tomorrow. Nothing so complicated as these 2. Now, these are great practice problems, and if you can do these, you will definitely be fine on the test. So feel free to pause right here and practice those other 2. Do the homework tonight, study, ask me anything. Today's Thursday, so we do have office hours today at 1 o'clock. Come pop by and ask me any questions that you might have in preparation for the test. See you guys next week, or 2 weeks because it's spring break, and good luck tomorrow. Bye.